Hi everybody, and let's check out the next civilization. Um, yeah, so after we lost twice with Italians, which I think is very unfortunate, but yeah, I think I learned my lesson here. We're now moving on to Portuguese, so we're now finally moving towards the mid-tier civs, towards B tier, according to Hira's list. And wow, I'm excited for Portuguese because I think they are actually going to be played very similarly to Italians in terms of strategy. Um, yeah, but of course they have different bonuses, and let's take a look at this. They've recently become very OP on Arena. Yeah, but first of all, minus 20% gold. What does that actually mean? Let's say if I'm opening men at arms, that is cheaper. If I'm opening archers, that's of course also cheaper. I think it mainly matters for me, for instance, playing crossbow in Castle Age or playing knights in Castle Age, where I, instead of, for example, 9 villagers on gold, I would get away with like 7 on gold if I want to do the same thing. On the other hand, if I have a larger eco, um, I could possibly go 3 stable knights or 3 range crossbow with the same amount of villages on gold as maybe if I put 10 on gold, I can sustain 3 ranges and 3 stables, something like that. That would be pretty crazy, but I think I want to use it rather in a way that I grow my eco, as I don't need as many villagers on gold. To make use of those bonus from the get-go, it could be a very nice way to either open archers. But the same thing as with Italians, I think as Portuguese are really flexible in terms of they have all upgrades for their cavalry and also for their archery range. I think I would lean towards cavalry play versus good archer civs, as I don't want to do the same thing, only worse. And I would lean towards archer play versus archer play versus cavalry civ, and cavalry play versus archer civs, like similarly as with Italians. But then I can already see that I'm making use of this Portuguese bonus when I'm reaching Castle Age because of the uh, balance, eco balance that I need. So having just 2 villages less on gold is definitely helpful. And same for fuel. Maybe I can get away with like 4 villages on gold instead of 5. I will try that out. And the forages generating wood, of course, is amazing, and that opened up possibilities for crazy build orders. I don't want to dive too deep into those because I think I want to concentrate on getting my standard play right. But that also means I could have 1 less villager on wood, which allows for a faster uptime. So maybe if I just see it in a way that I don't put 3 on wood to start with, but just 2, um, and still get to make the mill at a reasonable time. Um, yeah, then I could potentially go with 19 pop to play either 19 pop scouts or 19 pop archers. I will try that. Yeah, playing rather a standard Castle Age, for example, adding the 2 TCs after I either stabilized in crossbow or in cavalry play. I can then think about mining stone. I think the organ gun is something for for closed maps like arena, something not really something for Arabia because they move slow. And yeah, I don't know, like researching arquebuses and going for hand cannons or even for um, bombard cannons in Imperial Age is rather situational, but I think going for traps and either hand cannon or skirmisher with cavalry, or for going arbalester with halberdier, and then like cap rammed or bombard cannon. That all seems like a pretty standard late game thing to do with these. But it could this bonus could mean it's a very interesting mid game, and the saving of the gold definitely is helpful throughout the entire game, because it also makes your gold last longer, if you do want to see it that way. But let's first of all see if giving up 19 pop actually works with Portuguese. Seems to me it could work if I put one less on wood here. So Tatars are also a very flexible civ. What was that? Let's restart that. It was a bug. I couldn't select the villagers. Now it does work. So I'll just try to put 2 on wood. Okay, it's the AI, it doesn't matter. And see if that works out. Oh, wasn't it like you go to berries first, actually, with Portuguese? You know what, I try to do that right now. Berries before lumber camp, I think it was that way. Yeah, and then I need 4 on berries. You know what, that could also mean that Scout's play is so amazing. Yes, Titais could either open men-at-arms archers or straight archers, or they can basically do whatever they want. I feel that could be a good idea to open Scouts here, because I make the most out of my eco bonus by playing knights anyways. Now I was patient enough to wait for them to shoot, so that was good. And this house builder goes to the woodline then afterwards, and now I try to actually get a lot of vills on wood. I'm not pushing D here, but scouting my enemy this time. Okay, like this doesn't really work. I have to go to stragglers before I can make a lumber camp. Now she's just waiting for my wood to trickle in from the berries. That's also good to know. And I think I have capture H running still, so that makes it so that I hear all the sounds doubled. I don't want that. Interesting. Will that be enough to click up? Oh, it really was enough. Like that was a lot of okay, I can already see that my eco balance is not working out at all. I now have to heavily adjust. No, it's not the way. That's not the way. Like building the mill instead of the lumber camp doesn't quite compensate for the wood that I I will never be. Can I stay on one lumber camp? Let me think out loud here. That's the last try that I actually have. Putting 8 on one lumber camp. But I don't really think that this is going to work. I mean, I cannot afford it. I can barely afford the barracks in time. Is this closed? It seems so. They are getting stuck. That's also bad. This 3 tile. Yeah, I will not even be able to afford the stable at a reasonable time. Like, not at all. I think things could have been different had I okay, I see the barracks, nothing on goal, 2 on goal. This could be men at arms, so I need them stable out really early right now. And I do have a lot of food. I mean, had I gone to stragglers before even thinking about this lumber camp, it could work. Man at arms are going to hit in 10 seconds if I was to play in a real opponent. But of course, I'm not doing, like, I want to get 4 scouts out before I even try to get the eco upgrades, but now I can. But look at this eco now. That's actually pretty amazing. Yeah, Drush comes in right now. I'm not too sure if this is really a thing. Of course, I've been chasing the man at arms for too long with my berry villagers. I have the first ring of farms set up. I need more farms. I think I'm at the offensive right now, so it's not. I don't need to rush walls. Only thing I need though is to make a couple of houses. But now I could focus on getting these walls down, and I need a second lumber camp very soon. That's also something that I can prioritize right now. And maybe a range. How was I being attacked? I don't see it. Oh, by a spear at my woodline. I'm switching to archers. I'm not really seeing. Yeah, scouts play, double scouts play by the Tatar player, so it would make sense for me to now play crossbowman. I need a blacksmith. I have none on gold, right? Yeah, that's the problem. Now I put 5 on gold because I want everything at once. And I think if I'm getting wheelbarrow right now, I should be able to click up them. Am I walled? I did a little bit of damage, yes. I'm seeing 2 stables, which I'm actually very confused by right now at the moment. Come on. Castle Age already? Crazy. How did he even do that? Okay, then I can click up if I don't do this. I think going crossbow does make a lot of sense versus Tatars, because they can also try to go calf archers, and it's always very nice to play crossbows versus calf archers. So he will have out knights by this point, like a lot of knights, I think, maybe 6, so I should stay defensive until I have a great archer mass. I can add 1 more TC here. I can try to add 1 TC on this gold, I should, so I can actually expand while I try to mass archers. Going 3 ranges, I don't know if that's really the thing that I want to do. I did a little bit of damage, and I think once that I have 30 crossbows, I should be fine anyways. So I'm going for the TCs right away. Oh, not even fledging in yet. That's of course a big blunder. Can I get fletching now? Now I can. I can get armor now. Like, the food eco is insane of the Portuguese, just because they are able to be on berries so early, and I think I can still get ballistics. I can somehow squeeze it in. Now I have to be a little careful with my wood, because I want to get ballistics ASAP. Okay, that's actually ridiculous. I won this game, you know. Okay, whatever that means. Just +1 knights, they are not scary at all. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 knights. Yeah, when I'm moving out like with 20, 24 to 30 crossbows, that should be easy. But it's a good decision not to move out preemptively. I think here is a hole again. No, that seems to be closed. Look, this is the... I kind of hate how the hills spawn on Arabia in this patch. I really think it's very weird to wall up yourself. Okay. Anyways, I think this build can work if I remember to go to stragglers before I go to the actual wood line. Then I can go with 90 pop. Can go up with 19 pop, but I have to stay on one lumber camp for a long time in feudal. Don't know if I really like that, but I'm going to try it.